it's time to celebrate. You're already in union with your twin flame, with your divine counterpart, and you know it. You feel that there is a shift that has recently happened within you where you were letting go of struggle, letting go of the need to control every single thing, and just not forcing it anymore. Like, what I'm sensing is this connection, it's been an up and down, like a roller coaster, like, it's been challenging at times, but you always kept holding on to your true feelings towards your counterpart. And this is what anchored you into the truth that is underneath, which is that, like, the union. Let's talk about this for a second, how this came to me. I had this channeled insight where it's like we're already in union because our souls are always together. So there's an illusion that is going on when you're trying to rationalize it. You're trying to use your logical mind to explain this connection. Of course, you want to be with that person physically, but you can't force anything. You can't push anything. And then you're overly focused on the 3D. But in reality, you're already in union because your souls have been in union ever since. Even before you met, you've been in union because your souls were already merged, you know what I mean? Like already together, in a way connected eternally. Because this lifetime is not the first time, okay? This is not your first rodeo. You've done this before with them. And it's, of course, they've been in another body. You've been in another body. Maybe you've even had another gender. But, this story has played out before, many times before. This is why you felt that otherworldly pull towards this being, is because you remembered them. You don't just fall in love when you're on that journey. You remember that you already were in love with their soul before. And it's really not about their body or their physical appearance, their age, their status, or whatever. All these superficial things you've worked through, and anything that came up during that time. There was so much that came up. But deep down, even though it was hard, even though it was challenging at times, you just held on to that. You don't want to let them go, even if it might be hard at times, because there's just something that always pulls you back to them. And what I'm feeling is you're really on the verge of something, and you sense it in your heart space. It's like your heart is finally resting. It's calm. There is a sense of grounding, of peace. You're aligned more than ever in a way where every decision you're making right now, okay, even if it seems totally unrelated to your twin flame or counterpart, every decision you're making right now is bringing you closer to physical union. And I do want to emphasize, because I am on a twin flame journey myself, you can read a lot about this online, okay? And oftentimes it's like you're very much pushed into just focusing on the spiritual part and the spiritual aspect, which obviously this connection is all about your spiritual growth, and it will lead you into the biggest transformation you've ever experienced. A transformation that goes way beyond anything you could ever do on your own. The growth that you get from a twin flame journey, you can't get that on your own. This person allowed you, because it's your perfect mirror, allowed you to grow beyond, but that's my honest opinion. It's not only about the spiritual, okay? So I want you to kind of realize that a union is definitely possible. Don't let anyone online tell you that you're not meant to be together in this lifetime, or, you can expect to meet them, come together, get married, whatever you want with that person. But it's important to this is what I feel, what I'm picking up on is what you've learned as well. It's important to realize that this is not about pushing, forcing things into motion, but really about trusting that your connection is in a way predestined. But that's your own destiny. That is the destiny that you have written. And what I'm seeing is there was some sort of fighting against the feelings you have had in the past, like when this all started. There was like a back and forth because you were trying to figure out, do I really want this? Do I really want this? You are kind of going back and forth between giving into it, allowing all the feelings to come up, because the feelings that are coming up are not always easy, you know? But you have surrendered. You're no longer fighting the connection or anything that comes up. You just allow it to be, and without judgment. And that has brought you so much closer. Not that you haven't been close before, but you just realize on a soul, on a heart space level, you know, internally, you realize that you are together now. You can feel it, you can sense it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's more so a sense of calm and groundedness, peace, just leaning into the trust, into the unseen. And this is why I love those channel messages. I got an image of a river. Because, you know, with our intuition and love, it's very much a flow thing. It's an allowing. It's not about pushing. It's really about allowing, just being in your own energy is already calling in your twin flame, by the way. So it's like, I see you both here in a river, but the river is kind of your love, okay? That's your unconditional love. And you're being carried towards each other. So because this river is kind of like, it's in a way, it's going towards each other, if it makes sense. All you have to do is lean into that love and let it flow you, let it carry you to your person, is what I'm seeing. I also heard the word sacred, holy, divine, like this is a divine connection. Therefore, it is protected. It is protected from the outside, from any influences, from anyone that tries to harm it. And I saw the infinity symbol. That might be relevant to you. Like, I mean, it is an infinite love. It goes beyond lifetimes, okay? And you feel it, you know it. And there is one thing that I'd like you to do to harness the energy. If you still find yourself going back and forth, or if you just want to tune more into your connection to your twin flame, I want you to use your eyes to unlock the core of this connection. For this, you don't have to do anything like saying affirmations or, you know, doing any complicated techniques. You really just sit there and you can just take a photo. You know, if you're currently in no contact or for whatever reason, you can't do it in person, you can just sit there and look into your counterpart's eyes and allow whatever comes up to be exchanged between you. Like, you know, when you're having thought transmission or telepathy, you're having an energetic transmission with them. But I want you to do this from the perspective of not thinking, okay? So I don't want you to sit there and think about, oh my God, what am I gonna think? Is it really gonna reach them? Is it gonna mess anything up? I want you to leave your logical mind completely out of the picture and really drop into just feeling. If your heart, I know it sounds a little woo, but if your heart could speak, what would it say? If you would only, like, just right now, look into your person's eyes and allow your heart to speak to them and receive at the same time from them. And what would you like to transmit to them? Would you like to maybe send gratitude or love or just a good energy because you love that person, because you would like to nurture them? And then you can also just take it from them and open your heart to receive it, because as I said, it's an allowing. And that was something I picked up on earlier, and I have a guided exercise in my workbook, my thought transmission workbook, that is going to help you so much, is the photo method. It helps you to connect on the energetic level. And I have 22 exercises in total in that workbook. We're talking about what your SP is thinking and feeling while you're manifesting them and how to increase your telepathy. So the link is down below. It's also currently on sale, so grab it while it lasts. And now I'd also like to draw a couple of cards to see what is currently going on in your twin flames of mind. Okay. Let me see if there's one more card that wants to come out, maybe. Okay. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, earlier I was saying you're more aligned than you think, or you're really aligned right now. Things are shifting in your favor. I'm hearing everything is always working out for you. No matter what it looks like, everything is already working out and has worked out because it's done. Like, you know, you can sense there is a deep inner knowing. Like, what is a knowing? A knowing is when you're like, I just know that this is going to happen, even though you can't see it yet. You can't see it yet. You don't see it. You walk by faith. You walk by what your heart and soul know. And this is the path, you know? This is what you're called to do. You're on the right track. You're doing everything right. So stop questioning yourself. And with the Six of Wands here, we have a trophy, okay? That's in her hand. This is the prize, okay? The grand prize, it's already yours. You've already won. There's no need to put a fight, you know? Because if you claim this, it's yours, you know? It's really up to you to claim it and let go of anything that is not love, okay? Because I feel like underneath it all, like all the layers of fear, guilt, shame, you know, everything that came up, like everything you had to reveal within this connection that you worked through, underneath is your love that is carrying you through everything. And with that Temperance card, it's really all about pouring into your own cup, because when you pour into your own cup, it is really affecting your union with your twin flame. Because they feel when you're in harmony with yourself, then you're also in harmony with your twin flame, because your twin flame only wants you to be well, okay? They would never want anything that is going to hinder your growth. So you're being called to just live your life, if it makes sense, to just keep on living, keep on going. We have the Four of Wands here coming up. To just keep on going, that is going to bring you the stability that you're looking for. The Empress, Three of Cups, the Hanged Man. You might feel like you're waiting currently, but you're not really waiting, because you can sense it, you can feel it, you can see it within. That is truly the union that you've been waiting for, and now it's up to you to hold on to it. The Empress energy, you're standing truly in your full authenticity and your full power. You're absolutely magnetic. You're on another level right now, and you can feel it. And you're really called to go exactly, you're called to be very focused, but in a flowy way, if it makes sense. Like, focus on what your heart tells you, what your intuition tells you. So going from that feminine, intuitive nudge, but do it in a focused way, because you have learned that there is more than meets the eye. And just cultivate that trust and faith more, because you're already there. It's already yours. So that is a very beautiful reading today because of the time, and I honestly didn't channel songs today. Let's just leave it at that. By the way, if you don't want to miss out on more videos like this, please consider subscribing, of course, as always. And I'm going to see you around in the next one.